Hello, gorgeous. I'm Shia, an etiquette consultant based here in Los Angeles. Here is your guide to airplane etiquette because every single person, one way or another, is going on vacation, traveling abroad, or it can be traveling domestically. But airplane etiquette is one of the utmost important guidelines for the way people act in a certain situation because I personally love to travel and I am one of the people who does not like when people talk to me. So in cramped conditions, 30,000 feet above sea level, good manners are more important than ever. So follow this handful of guidelines for civilized air travel. Number one, make sure you have an airplane kit for when you're seated. So this way you have a bag stowed away and you have a seat where it's difficult to access it. You don't have to keep getting up and bothering everyone. I know someone who is constantly getting up every 5 minutes and getting the whole row to get up because they wanted the window seat, and then they're bothering everyone because they were not prepared. Next is to avoid encroaching on other passengers' territory by keeping your elbows to yourself and bags stowed away. I know you paid for your seat, but you shouldn't move into someone else's seat that they paid for. It shouldn't be necessary to recline your seat on a particularly short flight, but if you need to do so, ease it down gently to avoid crushing the legs of the passenger behind you. I feel like this is all common sense, but the truth is not everyone does this. If you have children, ensure that they do not kick or fiddle with the seat in front. However innocent and playful their behavior is, it's considerably less adorable to others than it is to you, and not everyone is gracious about children. If the passenger next to you is holding a baby, smile and deploy all your reserves of patience. Flying can be traumatic for infants and young children, physiologically speaking, messing up their schedule also, so however piercing their screams, don't let your displeasure show. Next, drink in moderation. You might be the life of the party after a tipple, but no one will appreciate your drunken antics on an enclosed space. I personally experienced this on a flight when someone drank too much. Usually someone will drink too much and they'll get a little loud. I remember one time I was on a flight where there was this guy who was sitting diagonally behind me, and this guy, very unassuming, very middle class, like the way he was dressed was layered clothing, and you can tell he had like a messenger satchel bag, looked very educated. He looked like he had a job, mid-20s, maybe early 30s. At the corner of my eye, I thought it was a sweater on the floor, a sweater. Turned my head fully and I saw it was the guy army crawling on the floor, and he drank so much of those little bottles of vodka and all those little alcoholic drinks that they serve on the flight, and it hits you harder up in higher altitudes, and I was immediately surprised. It's not a good look, so avoid drinking. Next is to think twice before initiating a conversation with your neighbors, particularly if they are wearing headphones or engrossed in a book. I like to say, stay safe and avoid conversation altogether. If you do interact, make polite glances only and be sure to read the room, because I have experienced this so often on flights where people want to talk with me and they'll talk about their wife the whole time. They'll tell me about their kidney surgery. They'll tell me about their divorce, their struggle with cigarettes and battling. It's just so much. And I do not want to chit chat with anyone on a flight. And even when I have my earphones in, they'll still try to talk to me. I'm not going to act like I didn't hear or see you because I can. You're right there next to me. I'm not going to be rude. One time, even a person was following me around and trying to chat with me still after, and they're like, I can't find my luggage, and like giving me a status update on every single thing. I don't care. I just wanted to get out, and I was fed up because it was like a 14-hour flight. Read the room, know when you are wanted, and avoid trying to chat someone up unless you see they are genuinely interested and not trying to be polite and saying, okay, I'm gonna read my book now. That should be like a sign, or someone puts their earphones in and leave them alone. Next is to stay relaxed when embarking or disembarking and don't barge your way to the exit. If it is appropriate, help others remove their overhead luggage if you see them having a hard time. People have a tendency to overpack, so behave courteously also towards the flight crew and be sure to thank them for their service. I see so many people in such a rush to leave the flight. I understand when you're leaving and you want to get off the plane. Everybody wants to get off the plane. It's also rude when they tell you to wait until your row is called and then you can exit. People are in the very back are trying to move through all the way. And the thing is, if you have a connecting flight that is leaving within the hour, it is safe to say to the flight attendants ahead of time before you land, this flight is running late, my flight is within the hour. They'll give an announcement to the whole plane saying, please let these people go first and then we will disembark altogether. If you are in a rush, let the people know and they will help you out. You don't have to be rude to everyone. People will be polite about it, so just communicate appropriately. Thank the flight crew because They put in so much work. I've read a book about someone who is a flight attendant. People say it's a glorified waitress or a waiter. That's ridiculous because they have to know all of these safety things. Their schedule is so tough. I would never ever put someone down. Emergency preparedness, and for dealing with people who are just difficult, and I cannot imagine dealing with that many people a day. Hope this helps. Let me know if you have any other tips and leave them in the comments below. Give this a like to put this out there so that more people are more courteous when it comes to boarding a flight. If you want to master social graces, visit dixonetiquette.com and sign up to my free fine dining masterclass link below. Subscribe for a more elegant life. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you later.